Hello fellow YouTubers, this is KHFrankout25, also known as XX, PicoPrincess XX, and PrettyPrincess14. This is my 5th anniversary of being on YouTube. I recorded this in advance of the 8th, since I knew that I wasn't going to be around that weekend to get this stuff done. Anyhow, I was 14 years old when I made my first account on here on July 8th, 2007, and that reflects the 14 on my username. I don't really know exactly why I chose PrettyPrincess14 as my username. Maybe because I felt it was a good username or something. Now that I look at that username, I don't like it too much. Sometimes I think about why in the heck someone would choose a username like that, and why I decided to choose that name for myself. You guys may be wondering, why July 8th? Why 2007? Well, I can't really tell you a definite answer as to why, other than one day I woke up with the idea of creating a YouTube account and making my first video. But I can say that way back before I joined the website, I was watching YouTube videos, clips, slideshows, AMVs, you name it. Got really inspired by the videos I watched by other YouTube users that I decided to join the site and make videos for myself. So let's take a trip into the past and see what my life on YouTube was like back in 2007, because it sure as heck was different than now. Like most people starting out, I was an average YouTuber who didn't have fancy video programs like Sony Vegas or great picture editing programs like Photoshop. I really didn't need those type of programs to make a good video. You just need creativity to spin up your videos and patience to achieve your desired results. For me, I only had Paint and Windows Movie Maker to work with, so you could only imagine how much patience I had, especially with Windows Movie Maker. It's not the best program, because it crashes and freezes constantly, but as long as it gets the job done, that's all that matters. Now this is the first video I've ever made. It definitely isn't the best video in the world. Heck, I'd say that this doesn't even qualify as a good video, at least in my standards. It was my start as a video maker though. Back then I didn't have access to a lot of music or websites that had music, so I had to use what I had. You can also tell that the pictures in the video aren't the greatest quality. Instead of clicking the full view images, I would just always take thumbnails off of Google Images, which is why some of them are really blurry. Plus I'd also use Paint to stretch the picture so it fits the entire screen. I don't know what in the heck I was thinking when I did that. I also didn't know any good websites for pictures other than Google, so I had a hard time finding what I needed. Most of the time, I would just use pictures over and over again in my videos because of that reason. I also had a really old computer when I made my first 3 videos, so the movie maker that was on there wasn't exactly the best one. It was a Windows XP computer, which is very old. After making my first 3 videos, I ended up getting a new computer. This video is the first one I made with my Windows Vista Home Premium computer. Back when this was uploaded, I got lots of comments about how the pictures didn't exactly fit the mood of the music. This was just a test video to get to know my Movie Maker more. Also, it took me a while to get used to the Movie Maker on that computer since it was different than the one I had on my XP system. After making that test video, I decided to get into making a real video. At the time, I didn't think there was a gym leader video on YouTube, so I decided to make one myself. This one has many mistakes, so that is why I don't like it too much. But as most of you may or may not know, I did remake this video back in the late summer of 2010, so look it up on my channel if you want to watch the remade version. Back then, I put the weirdest things together. Super Mario RPG music and Pokemon, Final Fantasy music and Pokemon, and basically any other video game music with Pokemon. I may not have had the most common sense when putting stuff like that together, but I was still learning the ropes of a good video. You could say that I had some sort of an obsession with putting random things together, but didn't exactly make sense. What you may find surprising is that I still like putting weird things together in my videos. Of course, I don't do it as often as I did back in 2007. But I thought of it as a good way to keep myself occupied, especially when I get bored. I can say that back then I was notorious for making funny videos and putting things together that didn't make sense. Honestly, I've watched a lot of funny videos on YouTube, and I don't think mine are really as funny as the ones others made on the site. It does show how much creativity I had in me as a teenager, though. Now this video has to be my favorite Pokemon and Teen Titans video I've ever made. I remember making this video a day or 2 before going to Florida and Key West for vacation over the summer. I really think the song and shows go great together since Pokemon and Teen Titans are somewhat similar shows. I think it's such a great video that I've considered remaking it in the near future. I must also mention that this is my favorite track in the Pokemon's Be a Master soundtrack, and I'm sure many other Pokemon fans will agree with me. Okay, so I'm pretty sure most of you want to know about my YouTube experience, so I'll go into detail about that since it was a really interesting journey. Alright, it was a hard journey starting out. I really didn't know how to make a good video or what went into a video. There were lots of people who commented on my earlier videos and gave me constructive criticism on what to do for my future videos. My whole journey as a video maker was trying to find things that interest me. Animes, TV shows, cartoons, songs, anything you could think of, and putting stuff together into a video that people would enjoy watching. Now you may be wondering, what was my YouTube life like back in 2007? Well, I can say that things have definitely changed since then. You could pretty much upload anything you wanted to, YouTube copyright laws weren't as strict, and businesses were developing on the site. You could also find anything on the site, including movie parts of Pokemon 2000 The Power of One. Overall, it was a pretty quiet website when I first joined. No hackers, spammers, trolls, or copyright infringement. That kind of stuff came during the months of August to December. There were spammers just spamming people's videos and profiles, people just being mean to other people, and worst of all, hackers hacking people's profiles. If most of you remember YouTube's bulletin system, there were tons of spam posts and chain letters being posted. I remember one of my online friends getting hacked, and the hacker posted a lot of spam posts like, so-and-so was hacked by this person. I remember having to clean out pages and pages of spam posts, and there were at least 20 pages or more of it. I'm glad they got rid of the bulletin system, because it was used mainly for chain letters, and they certainly don't belong on this site at all. On November 19th, 2007, I was unfortunately one of those people who got hacked. It seems like I will never forget that day and the night leading up to it. Some person was posing as YouTube and sent me a message saying that if I didn't give them my password, then my account would be permanently deleted within 24 hours. Well, I fell into that trap and gave that user my password, and the next day my account was hacked. I was actually logged into it as that person was messing up my profile. My videos got deleted as well as my background and my icon. The only thing the hacker didn't delete were my sent messages and my channel comments. After my account was closed, I was devastated. I had over 100 videos on that channel, and I was stupid enough to let someone who I thought was YouTube hack my account. Starting over was the hardest thing for me to do. It was already hard enough trying to re-add my online friends back since most of them didn't know I had made a new account. Re-uploading my videos weren't a problem since I had most of them on my computer after the hacking. I figured I'd also mention that some of my online friends also got hacked by the same person, so I'm sure we've all learned our lesson here. Don't give out your personal information to anyone online, especially to people that you don't trust. Anyhow, about 8 days later, November 27th to be exact, I was able to reopen my account, but instead of starting over on that account, I stuck with XX Pika Princess XX since I had everything set in order there. Pretty much after that August-December period, things did quiet down. There wasn't really much in the way of hackers or spammers in the site, so things were definitely improving from that 4 to 5 month period. The thing that was really noticeable on the site after that period was the increasing amount of copyright infringement. In 2008, YouTube was head-to-head with this company called Viacom for so many years. I won't go into it that much, but Viacom wanted to sue YouTube for billions of dollars over its large amounts of copyright infringement it had on the site. Luckily, YouTube won that battle. Otherwise, who knows what could have happened. So, if we go into 2010, there wasn't really much that happened in 2009. I got my first copyright strike in October. That was a wake-up call to me because I needed to be careful with what I uploaded on the site. It wasn't until the end of August 2010 that I had gotten suspended from YouTube. Weird thing is that I never got emailed about my second strike or got notified of what video it was. But the third strike was a video I uploaded earlier that same day. I guess it goes to show that things like that can happen to you, even if it's days, weeks, months, or even years down the road. Starting over again was harder than the first time doing it. A lot of my online friends either got suspended or closed their accounts for various reasons. I think most of them just said, hey, I can't deal with YouTube's changes anymore, so I think I'll just close my account and leave the site. Not surprising to say the least, since I'm still kind of fed up with their changes now, and so are most people. Anyway, looking back at what has happened throughout my 5 years of being on YouTube, I've definitely come a long way. I'm not that same shy and emotional girl I used to be. I have more self-confidence, and now I know to think about things before I do them. Most of all, I learned that I can be whatever I want to be, and do what I want. I just have to believe in myself. Now I would like to thank everyone who has subscribed, added me as a friend, and commented and faved my videos. It really means a lot to me. I would also like to thank the people who requested videos for me to do. I really had fun making them, and I appreciated that you were interested in the videos, and I most importantly would like to thank the people who have supported me over these past 5 years. You guys are just amazing, and I hope that there will be many more years to come. It's amazing that 5 years went by so fast. I look forward to many years of being on YouTube, making videos, and finding videos that will inspire me to better help my future videos. So I think that pretty much wraps it up. I don't have much else to say other than look forward to my future videos, and if you like my videos, subscribe if you want.